Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Chill After Five Club. Barcelona are currently now in a spot of bother with they are almost out of the Copa del Rey match and they have given the lead away of 1 point to Real Madrid who are playing currently when I am recording this match and they are 1-0 down against Osasuna. So I hope this somewhat goes our way, but I cannot say what is going to happen. So Hansi Flick tactics are being questioned right now. He is being challenged of what he is actually doing in this team because he is pretty much adamant that he is going to play that high line even in the big games. For the track record up until now in this season, Hansi Flick hasn't won any big game against a big team. Only he has only won it against Real Madrid in the Super Copa. It is the same tactics that he was playing in the last season. It worked perfectly at least according to Hansi Flick. But Hansi Flick's tactics are, dependent on specific kind of players. Specific kind of players means like in defense, he needs players with great IQ who can execute that offside trap, and he needs players with great pace who can track back even if an attacker breaks that offside trap. So, and he needs players up front who can press properly, who can, give that intensity to the team. So, currently, Barcelona is like we can attack and we let others attack too. So it used to be the same last season, but it used to be like others used to think we may attack them, but they are going to attack us much better. There was a fear factor that Barcelona carried, even though they conceded goals. Now, what is happening is that the chances being created are not being buried properly. So each and every small team do have that belief that we can defeat this Barcelona when they are not finishing their chances. If Barcelona starts finishing those chances, automatically it demoralizes the opponent teams. Barcelona can win those games easily or without much effort. So, what's actually going wrong? There is a particular kind of attack all the teams are trying to do. Only the teams with great players are able to execute it. That's it. That pattern of attack is always working, even with the small teams. But the difference is that they're not able to finish those chances. So, what is happening is either the ball goes to the right wing or the left winger. He will hold up the ball, and there is a striker who is already in an offside position. Suppose the ball is near the right winger, he'll switch it to the left wing. Since Barcelona try to, press the player with the ball currently, they won't mark the other players down. There is an overload on the right wing side. The left wing space is completely open. And since Barcelona are very much close to the center line, the left winger has a lot of space to run into, and that striker he is already offside. So what this switch makes sure that the ball is in such a position that the striker will be behind the ball even though the defense line he is in front of the defense line. For this to not happen, the intensity up front should be very much good, that the ball does not reach properly to that right winger or left winger. He should not have that much amount of time to work his way into, into the attack. So the front and the midfield should have complete intensity throughout the whole game. Only then this high line would work. You could clearly see without Pedri, without Rafinha, there isn't that intensity of winning the ball back. So you can see in the Atletico Madrid match, I did not know who was actually playing on the left wing side. That is, it was either Olmo or Fermin. They were switching, but what it did is that it did not provide any kind of defensive support to Balde. That left side was completely open. All the attacks were going through that left side. Although we did not play well in that match, but that referee decision also, took the momentum away from us. That 10-minute break, I don't understand why some of our decisions, some of the VAR decisions are looked into when they are against us, and some of them are not looked into when they are for us. Like you can clearly see in the Atletico Madrid match, it it wasn't an offside, and they were drawing manual lines, and eventually they concluded that it was an offside. and it literally took 10 minutes for VAR to consider that. And in the match against Girona, they did not even consider looking at what happened during that attack when Kunde was fouled. These inconsistencies of refereeing will cost Barcelona and this title. So I hope that we don't have to depend on the decisions being made by the referee from now on, and we are responsible for what is going to happen. So for now, for tomorrow's match, that is against Levante, we should win this match. If I hope that Real Madrid loses today or at least ties the match today, so that we can have a chance to move up the table. So for me, the playing 11 would be Rafinha. Rafinha is back. He is one of the most important players in this Hansi Flick side, and so right wing Yamal will start for this game, and Yamal has been good for now at least. After that pubalgia injury, he is looking sharper and fitter. Whosoever tells that he does not show up in a big game, the thing is that Yamal is always marked by two or three players, so he is always in that mode of creating. But in that Atletico match, he was one of the best players on that pitch from our side. But in the Girona match, he was awful in that match. Yamal has to work on his finishing skills if he wants to become the number one player in this team. Yamal on the right and Rafinha on the left. Now, there is a big striker problem in this team that Lewandowski's age is catching up to him, and Ferran is not finishing the chances that he's being provided into. And Ferran's first touch is literally very bad. He loses the ball in bad situations. And now coming to the midfield, Pedri is back. Pedri is absolutely important for this team. So Pedri will provide control in this team, and I see Frankie De Jong starting again with Pedri, and in the pivot I would start Dani Olmo for this game. Dani Olmo and Furman have to show up in big matches. There was a good patch for Olmo and Furman where they were winning matches were on their own. Now both of them are not able to perform. Coming to the goalkeeper position, Joan Garcia will start. One of the main reasons that we are not way far behind Real Madrid in this league is because of Joan Garcia, the goals he has saved, the clutch moments he has provided. And in the defense, I see Balde and Kunde starting. Balde and Kunde have been shambolic this season. They are not able to play to the level that they played last season. So they have to step up their game because they aren't providing any kind of attacking output. Kunde, he is literally being dribbled past by each and every winger in this league. Is not even able to provide that link up with Lamine Yamal very much like he was able to provide last season. Coming to Balde does dribble very well, but his crosses are not good enough. He has to work on his crossing ability. And in the center back, I see Kobarsi and Eric Garcia starting, and Rashford is also back. Rashford is also an important player. You can look at his stats, that average rating, the goals and assist. He is one of the best in our team, at least as a backup to either of the wingers or strikers. I do want to see Hansi Flick try the false nine position with Lamine Yamal as the false nine, and Rafinha at right and Rashford at left if the strikers are not performing very well. But you cannot win a Champions League or at least the league with this kind of defensive performances. So Barcelona should step up, and I want Barcelona to win at least by 3 goals in the next match, and I want them to have a clean sheet. So do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.